February 12th, 2036. Today, I was assigned the homicide case of the Night Shadow. The other detectives that have been assigned to this case before me have been found murdered by the very killer that they were searching for. Let's pray I don't end up having to hand this case to another detective from a body bag. All the evidence that the other detectives have found has somehow been deleted or destroyed during their murders. I'm working with absolutely nothing. All the details we know about the Night Shadow's case is who has been their victim so far. Everything else on the subject is unknown. The victims so far have been Peter Stevens. He was an average citizen and had no criminal record. Detective Leo Corden. He was a fellow detective, actually a good friend of mine. Sarah Meekley. She was known as an owner of a small bakery. When she was young, she got into trouble a little bit, but she had an otherwise clean record. Lois Critton was known around town as a nice person who stands up for what she believes in. She had no criminal record. Charles Payne. He was an older man who spoke softly. He never caused trouble with anyone after he turned 50. Detective Abby Monroe. A young woman. She was new to the force and she had a child. Frank Moore. He was a successful businessman, had a history of depression, and a few years back was charged with battery, but that's it. Detective Sam Dover. We don't know much about him. He didn't talk to many people in the force, not even the people in his own team. Then Abigail Lane. She wasn't even a legal adult yet. She was only 16. She was living with her dad after being kicked out of her mom's house. There's absolutely no connection between the victims that I can see so far. This case might be impossible to solve. I'm gonna get some sleep all this stress off, and in the morning, try to figure all this out with a clear head.
Thought when I was covering bad stuff up. Here you go, Detective Lady. I hope this helps. She needs to be stopped.
Geez, this thing was on all night? Good thing they came out with forever batteries last year. What's this? It's about the Night Shadow case. Miracles do happen. Yay. Oh, right. I should probably turn this off. February 20th, 2036. It's been a little over a week since I received the Night Shadow's homicide case, and exactly a week since I received the evidence that jump-started my investigation. I didn't really believe the random evidence that I had gotten at first, but I did some research, and all of the victims had gone to an all-accepting hangout spot, including the detectives that had been assigned to the case prior to me. So, after I found out this connection was true, I was able to pull security footage from the building. From the looks of it, there were a lot of people there that day. It's hard to make out who talked to all of the victims. What in the world? But I wasn't... That's impossible. I was there that night too, but I don't remember that at all. No, that's impossible. I can't be the only person to talk to all of the victims and not remember anything from that night. I need to do some more research. February 26, 2036. So, I had a brilliant idea when I couldn't think of anything else that would lead me to this murderer. I'm going undercover. That's right. They won't let me anywhere near that place with a badge because they don't want their customers discriminated against. And seeing how no bodies have been found when the police originally did a sweep of the area, they have that right. Especially because a judge refuses to give me a search warrant of that place. Let's do this. I knew evidence was in here. In a back room of this place, there's a spot that looks like a crime scene no one has seen yet. There's blood all over the floors and a small multicolored flag that is covered in blood. I'm gonna put this in my bag so I can test the blood and maybe, hopefully, learn more about who the killer is. Okay, so very quickly after my last recording, I had to get out of there because some people didn't appreciate me being there and snooping around. This is becoming more and more difficult. March 10th, 2036. Since the night I went undercover, I haven't figured out much. The extent of my knowledge is that the blood-covered flag matched multiple victims' DNA. And for those victims, that flag is what killed them. Also, I'm possibly sleepwalking because my evidence keeps disappearing or being ripped. And that's what has kept this investigation as slow as a turtle. Oops, that was really bad timing. Oh well, let me help you out, detective lady. That little brat. Causing trouble for me again, I see. Looks like I'm gonna have to fix that. Ow, my head. No! My work! All of it! Gone. I worked so hard for just one of my blackout spells to mess everything up. This isn't fair. March 24th, 2036. This morning when I woke up, there was a very odd message typed on my screen. It said that the night shadow is closer than I think. I've been terrified all day. I should listen to my recordings and see if there's anything at all in those recordings. Wait a minute. I didn't record this one. Detective. You've been looking for me all along, and I've been right under your nose. I know you've been watching me. You've been wondering how I'm always one step ahead of you. You want to know why? It's because I see every piece of evidence you find against me. You want to know why? Because I am you. You've lived most of your life with blackout spells that just never seem to go away. You know why? It's 'cause we're here. And sometimes, detective, we want out to play. No, that's impossible. I couldn't have... Sorry, detective, but it's my turn to have the spotlight now. I catch a grenade.